Hey everyone. Hey. It is your girl Precious Williams, and welcome back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. And for those of you who are new, I want to say welcome. I am Precious Williams, a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, 4-time #1 best-selling author, and a fun gal about town. I also managed to take pitching to a level that most people have never seen. So to go from winning pitch competitions to teaching over 300 pitch champions how to win millions of dollars for their companies, to becoming a top Fortune 500 corporate sales trainer for the likes of Google, LinkedIn, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, Yelp, Intuit QuickBook, and the list goes on. I've taught at Harvard, Columbia, Spelman College, Morehouse College, George Washington University, and then to turn around and create, a new sales training program and pitch training programs and being a pitch host and a pitch creator and all of those sort of things. So I want you to know you're welcome in this space. There's no fluff and there's no BS where I come from. And that's why it's called Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master. And for my returning people, I'm so glad you're here. Please, everyone, put your name in the chat. Please put something very fun about you. If you want someone to know about your company, tell them, give them a one sentence pitch about your company. In this space, it's a very communal space. And as we're ending 2022, this question has been on my mind a lot, and I wanted to be able to share it with you all. Because as we're coming to the end of the year, I know a lot of people are going to be decluttering their emails, who they're subscribed to on emails, who they're going to work with next year, their friend, their contacts, and everything like that. And I woke up, what was it, last week, and I had the word declutter in my mind. And so what I did is I went into my closets and just started eliminating things I'm not going to wear, things that even if I lost the weight, I'm still not going to wear. Because where I am today and where I'm going, I like what I have now. That really fits where I am. And then that led me to decluttering makeup. And I'm still a work in progress. So behind me, there's a whole section of stuff that I am tossing out. So that brings me to today's episode. The biggest lessons learned from a broken heart to business mistakes. And why? Because they're all connected. They're all connected. So to keep it real with the Killer Pitch Master Show, what I love is when we get personal as well as we delve into business. And so as you all are coming on and typing in who you are, one sentence about what you do. And if you do have a company, put the link there. And also, here's the second question I want you to ask. Why did you come to this particular episode? What do you hope to get out of this particular episode? I'll tell you what I hope. I hope that what I've inspired in women, especially women of a certain age, that it's okay to be beautifully flawed and imperfectly human. And that if you don't have six pack abs, if you don't have a Brazilian butt lift, if you do have some wrinkles, if you are seasoned, if you are experienced, please don't look down on that. Please don't look down at for my men, for my kings, for my queens and kings. I want to embrace this life. And my life didn't stop when I turned 40. In fact, it got better. And what do I mean by that? I can wear my natural hair with designs in it and just all over the place. I can show up bright and colorful. And I know who I am. But to get back to the topic at hand, honestly, I kind of want to start this off differently because there are things changing all around us all the time. If I hear one more thing about the pandemic, monkeypox, inflation, recession, and everything, I am not saying that they don't exist. But I do hope that we develop deeper and richer relationships. And so, in the spirit of transparency and honesty, y'all know me becoming a 13-time national pitch champion was honestly born out of the fact that no one believed in my first company. Here I was, an attorney in a great state of New York, and I was miserable. Miserable. And I started it with no money, and I had to win pitch competitions. My first pitch getting me on national television is one thing. To actually slay on MSNBC's Your Business with JJ Ramberg and walk away with $500,000 investment and then turn around and win pitch competitions. The reason why I'm bringing this up, because I want to open up today If you've ever had a broken heart, put in the comments, yes, I've had a broken heart. If you've ever made a mistake in business, which I know all hands should be up, even if you got a side hustle, even if, oh, I tried something and it didn't work, put that in comments. I have, because I'm gonna raise my hand for both. I've made, I've had my heart broken. Broken. I've also had my business CEO heart broken. And I want to talk about that today, right? Because I want to show you it's all connected, right? And so if you're here to learn more about that, well, let's get it, y'all. Now y'all know I've been wearing my natural hair for a while. I loved it. But y'all know it's getting cold outside. Y'all know I ain't got too much hair on my head. So I say, I got to bust out my wigs real quick, bust them out. As my hair grows underneath. But y'all know I love my hair. So ask yourself this question: have you ever had a broken heart? Or have you ever made a business mistake? Did you think that you would never, ever come back from it? I first had my heart broken, or the most meaningful heartbreak, in the midst of a relationship that was still ongoing. I didn't feel wanted. I didn't feel appreciated. And I felt that my aesthetic was the reason why this particular man didn't want me. And it's very difficult to be in a relationship that's ending and you can see it. And yet being told something that is not. And that's why I used to play that group. There's a French group called Phoenix, and they had a song, If I Ever Feel Better. And as I told you, there's one line in there. They say an end can be a start. Feels like I'm buried, but I'm still alive. It feels like a bad day that never ends. I feel the chaos around me. That was real. And I was embarrassed and I was afraid to talk about it with my friends. And so I stuffed it. And one day I just had to walk away. I had to go no contact. Because I knew if I stayed in contact, I would always have this hope that something could happen that never ever was. And I share all of this because I am a real woman, beyond the killer pitchmaster, beyond being the pitch queen. There is some pain that in the moment you can't really even deal with. And of course, I didn't realize that that decision was actually final. And any heartbreak that came from that, there were still so many lessons to be learned. And it also affected in business, right? You ever lost your biggest client, or you ever thought you were going to work with this particular company, organization? Everything's all go. And then radio silence. And I don't mean like you said the invoice. No, no, no. I mean everything's going. Or your personal struggles affect your business. And so now you see that they're all connected. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up today, and I'm coming to you all in the chat, and I thank you all for just keep it real, keep it a buck. I promise you, when I walked out of darkness in 2018, I was afraid to tell the truth about life because all around me on social media, everybody was married, having wonderful children, everybody was perfect, everybody was going here and there, and that wasn't my story. And yes, I have a law degree. I have a BA in English, and I have a JD. And yet my story wasn't linear. It wasn't, oh, I do this. Like, that's the way it started. And then it started roller coastering. And in the midst of that, I had to still keep going. And so being strong and all of this stuff, but on the inside, I'm crumbling. So I want to keep it a buck on to keep it real with the killer Pitchmaster show today. But I also share this with you. That heartache and that heartbreak, that trauma, drama, and stress gave birth to something that I never could have seen. I thought starting Curvy Girls Lingerie, to support my full figure divas and my plus size fashionista, that was the pinnacle. But no, it got even better. But I couldn't see it at first because I was in deep mourning. And there were things that I personally didn't know how to get past. And so when I say you ever dealt with a broken heart or lost the biggest client or started companies and they just never really materialized the way you thought they would. That's what I want to talk about on today's episode. Biggest lessons learned from a broken heart to business mistakes and how they're all connected. And y'all know I'm not Pollyanna in any way, but I do want to share truths about the true tea on business and in life. So let me see what my peoples is saying in the chat. And again, for those of you who do not know me, again, I'm Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And if you ever wanted to learn how to take your pitches from trash to straight cash, feel free to take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. It's scrolling past below. Okay. So anyway, this episode is on biggest lessons learned from a broken heart to business mistakes and how they're all connected. See what y'all saying. Let me see what y'all saying. Karen, I love you, Queen. I'm so proud. I'm watching you just do your thing, Queen. Looking good. Look at you. Good morning. Good morning from San Francisco. Hey, Jen, how are you? I'm so glad that you're here. Karen. See, Karen say, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it like it's hot. www.ksccleaning. ksc.cleaning. Iris. chtelecare.com. Iris, we'd love to learn a little bit more because we don't know what CH Telecare is. Let us know in the chat. And don't forget to answer the questions, y'all, about have you ever had a broken heart? Have you ever made a business mistake? L, good evening, Jen from Chile, London with an L. Hi, L. Okay. L, Jean, okay, wait. Y'all know sometimes, okay, let me just do it like this. Jen Walsh, www.genuineshift.com/client service academy. Glad to have you, Jen. Karen Love. Doris McNeese, Independent Contracting LLC. All right, okay, Jen. Yeah. Is that you raising your hand, Queen? Yes. Okay, Karen, me. Gertrude, me. Okay. And so with the biggest lessons learned, right? So me starting Curvy Girls, you know how you start something, you're so excited. But you go back to my broken heart. When I walked away, I didn't know it was going to be final and that chapter would be completely closed a year later. But what that relationship inspired in me still goes with me today. I didn't realize during the course of that relationship that I was discovering who I was. And in some ways, you can build a business and your personal life be crazy, right? But when I took the focus off of me and focused it on my full figure divas, things just changed. It really did. I didn't realize that women would look to me and see someone who was proud to be in my skin, even if society didn't see it as popping. I didn't realize that so many women were afraid to get on video because they felt that they would be ridiculed by so many people because they didn't look like some Hollywood standard. And I didn't realize there were so many women who did not even know they deserved beautiful, colorful, bright, sunshiny type underwear, lingerie, lingerie. And I never would have known that had I not been in that relationship. And then when Curvy Girls was complete, in 2016. That company gave birth to Perfect Pitches by Precious. And it went from me pitching to being asked and basically demanded to teach other women to do what I do naturally. Had I not met that man, I don't think Curvy Girls would have happened. I don't think I would have learned how to pitch on the spot with no training. I don't think I would have known how to listen to what people are saying. Excuse me, y'all. And what they're not saying. And that the very things that the very things that we're ashamed of actually will make you more human to people than you know. So I'm saying that even if you're working with individuals or companies, like I think about when I came back in 2018 and I was ashamed to talk about where I'd come from because it wasn't a Pollyanna story. It was a story of being rejected, kicked to the curb. Nobody was calling, nobody was checking in or anything like that. And how do you still go on regardless? Because the world keeps going on. I don't regret that relationship at all because it led me to where I am today. And then when I look at business, it's the same thing. So I'm asking you all, what was the biggest biggest mistake in business that you made? And what did you learn from it? I mean, there's like 4 or 5 I can throw out at you. When I started my law firm, I remember my paralegal saying to me, "Your heart's not in this." And he was saying it so many different ways. And I didn't want to hear him. But he was right. I knew that my heart lied somewhere else. I didn't think it would be in entrepreneurship or in teaching people to do, I was a litigator. So, I love being in a courtroom, but after a while that didn't work. And I realized this because that was one step on my path to give me credibility. But I was going to move on to something else anyway. And when I tell y'all know what's so sweet? Y'all know what's so sweet? The thing I thought I would never step back into is bringing me back. I haven't been an attorney since 2016. And yet, law firms are reaching out for me to do specific trainings. When I think about my broken heart, when I think about things that I walked away from, nothing was wasted. It just needed time for me to get settled. So in the 20s, when you think you're making every move and everything's setting you up, and then you get shaken up in the quarter life crisis, and you get shaken up in your 30s, and sometimes in your 40s is when it all makes sense. Everything makes sense. It does. And I'm not saying that everything that happens to me makes sense in that moment, but I trust in the one that created me because that's what it feels like. It's starting to make sense why things work. There was a reason why I wasn't hosting a television show when I was in my 20s. I wasn't ready, even though I had the talent. There was a reason why I wasn't on the biggest stages in my 20s and 30s. There's a reason why I wasn't ready. There were things I had to move past. There were certain things I had to confront. There were certain things I had to go through. Y'all, the only reason I'm a great killer pitch master, pitch queen today is because it took time to think. I started Curvy Girls in 2011, Perfect Pitches in 2013. And in that time of pivoting, iterating, getting better, and getting better, it now made sense. It made sense why people ask me, why didn't you create a training course? Why don't you have a training school? We want to learn. And I always held back. I can say fear, worry, and doubt, but partly it wasn't time. I needed to feel like I could do it. And it took time. It took, when the greats start to notice you, when you're starting to get booked by the biggest companies in the world, great organizations you've never heard of, trade organizations, people who've been looking for years and are now willing to invest in you. I'm telling you, the biggest lessons learned were from the mistakes that I made in my personal and professional life. When I didn't trust me, it led to downfall. When I wanted to do things that just kind of seemed strange to other people, I allowed that to hold me back. And then I did it. And you know what? Most of the things I tried were successful. Y'all tell me what y'all hearing right now. Go and see what my peeps are saying in the comments. Caring Hearts Telecare is a virtual and hybrid home care company that provides 24/7 care. Thank you, Iris. Yes, I've had a broken heart. L, hello, amazing girl, looking beautiful and precious now and always. Thank you, Queen. Arletta. All right. Biggest mistake I made in business when I was a restaurant owner was opening in a place that didn't value diversity or cultural difference. Also hired family members and friends, and business became personal. Ooh, Arletta. I love that you said that. Karen, taking bad loans, and what I learned from it is to trust God. Save that. Save that. Save that. Say that. Say that. And so you all, which I think is so important, the biggest lessons learned. So while we're walking around holding all of this stuff in, share it. Share it. Y'all, was ashamed to tell y'all. I was ashamed to tell you all that, years ago, my story wasn't this perfect story. And then, I walked around with deep shame and deep hurt for years, feeling kicked to the curb by people who were supposedly going to love me forever, feeling abandoned by family and friends. But the truth is, y'all, I wasn't a good friend. And I wasn't a great family member all the time because my bitterness and anger kept me from seeing the humanity in people. My hurt kept me silent. I really thank God for my second chance because I can have real conversations. It has nothing to do with business. And that has led to business, which is crazy. I'm not afraid to ask for things I was so afraid to ask for years ago. There are a lot of people doing vision boards. And like I haven't done vision boarding in a long time, right? But in my mind, I've always kept this picture of where I was going. So I'm very big picture. And so I wanted to have this conversation today. And if you all think that there are people who should watch the recording of this, type their names in the comments. I'm not ashamed to tell you I've made so many mistakes. I'm not ashamed to tell y'all that every business has moments, months, years where things are just can be crazy. And when you hear the success stories, like I was just at a wonderful holiday party. And this queen that I admired so much, I just thought, oh, she always had coin. She talked about how the first 10 years, how shaky they were for both of her endeavors. I sat there stunned because all I knew was success. I never knew the backstory. I've always loved this woman. I'm not gonna put her on blast, but I loved her even more because here I was sitting at the round table, chocolate drop at the round table, eating this eating this good, baby lamb chops, pate, just little oodles of this good stuff, just eating that good. And it felt like such a family moment. And just, you know, when this queen and her husband drove me home and they were driving in the neighborhood, they said, "Oh my God, this is where you live." And I was like, Yeah, do y'all know what sense of pride that felt like? I know where I came from, and I'm proud of where I live and how I live because this wasn't promised. But by her letting me in on that little tea, and then she got to come and see how I live, which is very different from how I started. It makes you look at things so different. So, anyway, are there any questions that you all have for me about Broken Heart or biggest lessons learned, or what are some of the things that you're struggling with right now? And I'll share some of mine with you. Before I go to the comments, I definitely want you all to know that if you ever want to check out my website, it's www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. You can check on there. You can see the events that we have coming up. You can take advantage of taking our quiz. You can see what one-on-one or group training I do. And if you want to book me as a speaker for your next event in 2023, 2024, you can definitely most assertively do that. You also can get a flavor of who I am. If I'm a four-time #1 best-selling author, you'll see those books actually on the site. And you'll get to see that how I started is not how I'm ending. And I wanted you all to see that because it didn't start perfect. The only thing perfect about me is my pitches. I'm still a work in progress, and I'm okay with you knowing that. I'm okay with flipping my wig and letting y'all see I got real hair up under her, and I think I'm a cutie. I'm okay that y'all can say at 43, I don't look like I'm 23. And so if you want to check out more, you can go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. Something else I want you all to think about is that I am introducing the Perfect Pitch Academy, which is so crazy to even say that we started Perfect Pitches in 2013 and the Academy is letting loose in February 2023. And so, what I love is I've gotten to take the things that I'm so gifted at and unleash them on the world. So, there are many roadblocks that individuals have, many roadblocks that individuals have in their businesses. There are many roadblocks that corporations, nonprofits, and foundations deal with. And one of those problems is people aren't buying like they used to. They're not checking for you like they used to. Or let's say you have their attention, but things aren't moving forward. Or you're getting blown away by the bright, shiny object syndrome. And you cannot figure out how to stay focused on your focus. Or it's time to make a transition. And how do we do it in a way that keeps us in front of our existing clients, but attracts our prospects and turns them into clients and repeat clients and customers? So for our first 3-month cohort, we're going to focus on the first. They don't love you like they used to. They ain't checking like they used to. They ain't buying like they used to. They're getting bowled over by everybody else, and you're not showing up the way you know. Like you're not showing up in a way that really captivates and titillates. So it's time to shake things up a notch. It's time to shake things up. In 3 months, I'm going to show you how to do that. And you don't have to believe me. Y'all go on my LinkedIn and look at my testimonials. You can look at my success stories. I don't hide them unless I'm told to hide them. You can see the companies that I work with. LinkedIn, Google, and Microsoft do not work with just everybody. And this is before anything might have happened in the news. I've been working with LinkedIn for 3 years. Some others for longer than that. If you're a speaker and ain't nobody calling or everybody's doing the pay to play with you and you're tired of paying to play and it's not leading anywhere, you might want to check out Perfect Pitch Academy because I want you to excite. I want you to attract, excite, and titillate. I want you, y'all don't even know. So if you're interested in the Perfect Pitch Academy, it's 3 months. It's 3 months. Our first one is 3 months. If you'd like to learn more about it, type me in the chat or go to me on LinkedIn right now and then connect with me and say you want to know more about the Perfect Pitch Academy. I forgot to put it in a banner so y'all can look below. But if you are interested or you know someone who's interested, let me know. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Let me see what my peeps is talking about. And don't forget, today's episode is about biggest lessons learned from a broken heart to business mistakes and how they're all connected. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Iris, the biggest mistake I made in business was to accept Medicaid too early in my business. Virginia Medicaid rates are super low and they do not always pay consistently. Ooh. Queen, I think that's going to be a great lesson for others to take from you. That's amazing. Jen, I have to run, but thanks for the energy boost this morning. Looking forward to joining you for Wednesday for Meg's live reunion event. Hey, Jen. Have a great day, Jen. Gertrude, I learned from my mistakes that God has not ever forsaken me. Once I understood God was for myself, I can no longer wear the sunglasses and lie to myself. Truth is real and reign in peace, joy, and happiness. Love me. Go ahead, Gertrude. Arletta. My biggest struggle is monetizing my coaching business and becoming more visible in the speaking market. I have so much to share. Oh, I love that, Arletta. My ultimate goal is to find my audience, those who've suffered through trauma and need relief and recovery. Come on, Arletta. Come on, Arletta. You know how we do. Yes. And I love what you all are saying. So the thing is, the biggest lesson may be your biggest breakthrough. It took years for me to feel comfortable with sharing parts of my life, but it really made a difference in how people saw me because I shared from a place of power first. I was successful, and then I could share it in a way that was authentic and made people be like, "Whoa, all of that happened." Yeah, a lot of things happen to very successful people that you don't know about until after the fact. But my prayer is that you can see it can be done. And the very things you're afraid to share, or the very things you're afraid to boldly step into, are going to be the very things that put you in superstar status. Before Perfect Pitches by Precious, I was already a great speaker. But I think becoming the killer pitch master, becoming a 13-time national champion, writing 4 number one best-selling books on pitching, being booked by the biggest companies in the world, being a pitch trainer and consultant to some great accelerators, receiving grants from some great organizations who saw what I was doing. I'm honored. And I also want to show you all, if you're willing, how to do that. Because I want people to, if they don't love you like they used to, it's time to plot, twist, and flip the script on them. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. In fact, your industry probably doesn't want that. And there are other industries that will happily buy from you. There might be something else in you that you can't see that you need someone to help with. And I am hired by the biggest and the best. And I also work with individuals who know what time it is. And they're not blown by bright, shiny object. I got a track record, please believe. So what does your track record say about you? What did you learn from that broken heart? What are some of the biggest lessons you learned that will help you in the next stage of your journey with your existing clients and your future clients? I want you to ask that question of yourself. What is your big ask today? I want y'all to put in the comments. What's your big ask today? What do you want to? What is your big ask? If it can be answered, if someone's watching, what is your big ask? And I'll share with you my big ask at the end. As you all know, I'm the author of 4 number one best-selling books: Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook, Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency, and The Pitch Queen, which debuted this year. If you'd love to be a part of my triple threat pitch book bundle, the link is right there below. Or you can go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, and go to the Work With Me page, and you'll see them there. And also the Pitch Queen is available too while you're there. If you're a speaker and you don't know how to put together a dope speaker one sheet and you need like templates and all kinds of things that make you really stand out, You can also check it out, my bookedandbusyspeakers.com/one sheet, which comes with a whole workbook and templates to really set your speaking career off right. So check that out. And I am going to go back right now. And again, all of that can be accessed on my perfectpitchesbyprecious.com website. Go to the Work With Me page and scroll down, and you'll see all of those there. Okay. So let me see if there are any other comments. What's your big ask, everybody? What's your big ask? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Iris. Me. Tell Iris, what is me for? Just let me know me. What's that for? Wait, Arletta. Me. Iris, I have become an author, not speaking and sharing my story. All right. All right. I love it. So, Iris and Arletta, let me know what the me is for, because I want to make sure that you're answering one of my questions, or, if you're interested in the Perfect Pitch Academy, please let me know. And please let me know, like, go message me on LinkedIn. I forgot. Let me see if I can write your names down, because I forgot to put it in here. Arletta Allen. And if I don't have you, I'll connect with you too, okay? Right? Okay. Arletta. My big ask would be the opportunity to share with your organization how I defied the odds and transition from trauma to try. You better stop, Arletta. Come on. Iris Academy. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. And for anyone else who's listening, this is the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. My name is Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO, Perfect Pitches by Precious. And as a Killer Pitchmaster, AKA the Pitch Queen, I take your pitches from trash to what? Straight cash. Y'all want to know where the money resides? Where the money resides? It resides in creating a killer pitch that pays what? In slaves. Don't play with me. I'm not new to this, and I'm true to this. And I love the fact that that one gift took me from winning competitions to training entrepreneurs how to win millions of dollars in pitch money for their companies, to writing best-selling books, to being in Forbes, Wall Street Journal, all that sort of thing. Didn't pay for it. And then turned around and am now on a show called America's Real Deal on Fox as a pitch trainer and the co-host. So if that isn't a trajectory, that one gift has multiplied in so many ways. So just because you're where you are, you may not see where else you can take it. But I can see that. And that's why I thank God so much for my second chance. I thought my first chance, when I wanted my life to end on my 38th birthday, looked like God choked the fat lady out in the back and said that song ain't coming out. She's not leaving today. I'm turning 44 January 22nd. And I would have missed all of this. I would have missed the love from my family and my friends and my family. I would have missed people being able to see that greatness can come from the worst of circumstances. I would have missed how the end of relationships and bad business deals could turn around. And I missed that pitching was my way out of poverty to purpose and profits. And that I'm not bound by this click or that click, and neither are you. And so if you take my hand, I'll show you things you've never even seen before, because God gave me that gift. And even as I sit before you, I'm ready to cry because we lost Twitch. You're not alone. Your biggest mistakes and tragedies and broken hearts are going to free other people. Companies, corporations, nonprofits, foundations. It's going to free individuals. It's going to free kids and teens and tweens. It's going to free our young people. It's going to free the ones. It's going to free our experienced and our seasoned, our senior citizens. It's going to free a lot of people. And I thank you all. Can I share with you all what my big ask is? Because I'm not going to keep y'all all day. Yeah, I always say it's going to be 30 minutes. It'd be like 45 an hour. May I share my big ass with you all? Renata, Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Back at you. Arletta, yes. More information on Perfect Pitch Academy. Queen, I will get with you. I will definitely get with you. And Tawanya, Queen, let me know how to say it because you know I love to say people's names right because you know I respect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so, again, may I share my big ask? My big ask today, my first big ask is as I'm getting ready to debut the Perfect Pitch Academy, if you would like to learn more information about the Perfect Pitch Academy, please say me in the comments and put PPA, me PPA. Or you can also go to my website and send me a note. My second big ask is if you think there's someone who can be helped by the Perfect Pitch Academy, please send them my way. Refer them to me. You might even get a special surprise. Let me know. And my final big ask is that do the very thing you're scared to do. Take that first step. I would never have been in a MasterCard ad campaign had I not made myself known to the city of New York under three mayoral administrations. Who was I to ever think I was priceless after what I've been through? Broken heart, messed up business relationships. And yet, as I stood there filming for a priceless ad campaign, it all made sense. That's the journey of an entrepreneur. That's the journey of a side hustler. It's going to be a roller coaster. So buckle up for the ride. But take that first step. I used to go to events with We NYC. Till one day they asked me to be a mentor, and that was a game-changing moment for me. And they asked me to speak for the consulate for the Philippines. They put me up for the Wall Street Journal. Like, come on, y'all. I didn't go in with any of those expectations. I just needed help. And I went from being helped to being the mentor, to now being where I am. Take the first step. If you need to be around a certain individual, go be around them. Find a way or make one, like Clark Atlanta. I am a Spelman woman. I'm a Rutgers Law grad. I am a full-figure diva and a plus-size fashionista. And I paid a heavy price to be successful. I'm grateful for my family and my friends. I'm grateful for my clients and my customers. I'm grateful. So let me see what y'all are saying in the comments. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just see. Wait. Gertrude. Yes. Tawanya. Is it Tawanya or Tawanya? Tawanya. Yes, you got it right. Hey, Queen. Arletta. Yes, please. You know what? Arletta, pitch, please. You know how we do. Arletta, please share. Tawanya, I was in a pitch competition on 11.5 and I came in third place, but I felt like I came in first. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, y'all. LinkedIn user, thanks for sharing. That is a hard place to come back from. So glad you made it. I've appreciated you. LinkedIn user, I don't know who you are, but I so thank you. I never would have entered if I didn't meet you. Do y'all, that's a testimonial right there. That's a testimonial. I didn't ask her to be here. I never would have entered if I hadn't met you. I second that, D. L. I second that, D. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to see if I can put my email address in the comments. If you, maybe that'll make it easier because sometimes when the thing is scrolling, Precious at perfect. Let me know if y'all get it by precious.com. Let me see. Let me know if y'all get this. And then I'm going to go here. Y'all give me 1 second. I want to make sure that I make it easy for you all to be able to get in contact with me. Okay, so we're going to do this. So if you want more information about the Perfect Pitch Academy, I want to give you 2 ways to get in contact with me. And I hope y'all can see this. More information on the Perfect Pitch Academy. Message me on LinkedIn. Usually I don't do this right here, right now, but I hope y'all can see that. I hope y'all can see that. So you can either email me with your interest in Perfect Pitch Academy, and make sure you put that in the if you email me, put that in the subject PPA or Perfect Pitch Academy interest, or you can go to LinkedIn and you can go under me and connect with me and send me that message, and I'll get to you all. I thank you all. I thank you all so very much. And again, I'm sorry. Let me do this. Hold on, let me do this. Hold on, let me do this. Hold on. Let me just do this right. Okay. Okay, got it. So thank you all so very much. I truly enjoyed that I'm able to come here and share with you all. We often hear people say, how you do one thing is how you do everything. I've had to face things and move through it, even in the most difficult times, just like we all have. But had I not been at my lowest, I wouldn't have met the love of my life. I wouldn't have known that would open the door to Curvy Girls. I wouldn't have known that would start Perfect Pitches by Precious. I didn't know that would kick off my speaking career in a way that I never thought possible and open the door for my clients and customers to do the same. So what looks like horrible today is probably the catalyst that sets the world on fire for you later. Those VIPs you want, they're coming. Let's get that visibility up. Let's get that credibility up. Let's get that presence up. We got to start internal before we go external. So let's go. If you all have any more comments, please put them in the chat, or else I will let you go, because I ain't trying to keep y'all. I know it's the holidays. Get on, Precious. So I'm going to see if y'all have any more comments. And if not, you all know how to get in contact with me. I have so enjoyed you all today. Thank you for letting me pour into your life. Again, my website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. And in the end, thank you for another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I usually show up here on Sundays and, talk about what's really important. So your internal and your external matters, but who you are internally, let's get that right, because I want you to pitch like nobody's business. I want you to hashtag what slay all competition. And that is me. And let me help you slay all competition with a killer pitch. You ain't ready for that. You ready for Perfect Pitch Academy? Let me know. Let me just see this one last comment that came through. Gertrude! I love you, Queen. Y'all have a great day. Mwah.